So you think the grass is gonna be greener on the other side? I mean, so did I. I always thought the grass was gonna be greener when, I finally got the money, I finally got all the accolades, and now I'm at the place in life where, like, you know, I've made a lot of money. I'm a young man who achieved success very early. For those that are new, thank you for coming today. I appreciate you as we are building things. We are going forward. But a tad bit about me is I'm a Hall of Fame recipient. Um, I got flown out here to Washington, D.C. Poetically, I live here now. But I got put into the Hall of Fame by the head of the Department of Labor. I'm a man who gets put in magazines. I am a remarkable, righteous man. And the universe has gifted me with many things. It has gifted me with the ability to buy designer, the ability to be able to drive a nice car. I mean, I was able to get a car right out the lot. I was able to, I'm able to eat whatever I really want any day of the week. And, whether that's a tomahawk steak on a Tuesday or just regular Domino's on a Friday. It's whatever I want, man. And it's like, I think growing up in struggle, I believe it's part of the propaganda machine. I live in the United States, but I believe that most of the world goes through this with consumerism and all these things that happen. And as consumerism has taken over our lives, we have these standards of living that, glorify more consumption. The more clothes, the more money you have, the more chains you can buy, the more earrings you could get, the nicer life can be. And in a way, I'll be honest, at first it was overwhelming. You know, you reach these heights, and all of a sudden, you go from invisible to visible to people. And I really thought that the grass was greener on this side. I really enjoy, and I'll be honest, I still don't want to go back to before. But I'll be real, like, once you get to a level of success, and before you hit the other pinnacle, you start seeing things, and the universe starts throwing things your way, and it aligns you with a frequency of, you could either go two routes, two frequencies: the frequency of staying normal as everyone else, to stay at this level where you're comfortable, but you're not yet at the place where you are free. Or you can choose to work on yourself and better yourself and go into that energy of abundance. See, what I've learned throughout my 26 short years, I just turned 26, and it's already 3, 4 months in to my 26 years. Time flies, man. You have to understand that sometimes, right, you think that the grass is going to be greener, but then you realize as you ascend, you start beginning to get haters. And not only do you get haters, you get people that fake love you. And on top of that, the fake love is there. The people that hate are there because they have insecurities in and of themselves, that don't allow them to be happy for you because they couldn't ascend to the levels you have, or they couldn't reach it as fast as you did. So they believe that you're undeserving, not knowing the hard days you put in, not knowing the hard work you did. And to reach this standard, this consumerist capitalist standard of success, it really is bittersweet, because once you get there, and once you get to the point where you got all these things, you start to realize that everybody was faking. You think the grass is greener on the other side, but in all reality, while you were making your grass and feeding your grass and cutting it and keeping sure that it stayed green and it stayed beautiful, these people were just spray painting their grass. You know, I always felt like I was behind. Felt like I was behind because I saw all these guys like driving nice cars and all this. And I'll be honest, I was a little jealous because I thought, I'm like, damn, I ain't doing all of that. And I ain't getting all these girls and all these things. But in all reality, like, these guys are just renting their cars. You know, you think that all these clothes that they have, and you're like, oh my God, I work so hard and I can't afford this. It's like, when you get to finally afford it, you start realizing, wait a minute, these guys are buying fake stuff. And you start, you know, seeing the conditions they live in. They live in horrible conditions in which they can't even feed themselves, or they have to eat the cheapest things possible. You know, you always think that the grass is greener on the other side, man, because it's just like other people and other opinions and all that. You take it in and you're like, oh my God, I need to catch up. You know, I need another girl, I need another this. And it's just like, as someone who has indulged in the world, you know, I came back to East from Minnesota back in, I'd say, October, the late end of September. And man, I went on a clubbing binge for months where I just didn't stop being outside. I was outside, I was partying, I was meeting new people and doing all these things, but the real beauty and the real beauty of it is to love what you have. I guess I could call J. Cole, you gotta love yours. In our reality is like, you know, all that time's passing by me, and a lot of it I didn't enjoy while I was with because I was thinking about the next step. So if you're here at the end of the video, I appreciate you. And I want you to know that if you're here, will achieve success. We will keep going and we will keep achieving. Steadfast.